Hear the heart of heaven beating. Jesus saves, Jesus saves, and the hush of mercy breathing. Jesus saves, Jesus saves. Hear the host of angels sing. Glory to the newborn King, and the sounding joy repeating. Jesus saves.
See the humblest hearts adore Him. Jesus saves, Jesus saves, and the wisest bow before Him. Jesus saves, Jesus saves. See the sky alive with praise, melting darkness in its blaze.
There is life forevermore in Jesus saves. He will live our sorrow sharing. Jesus saves, Jesus saves. He will die our burden bearing. Jesus saves, Jesus saves. It is done, we'll shout the cross. Christ has paid redemption's cost. While the empty tomb
Hello, Pastor Haglund here on our third and final premiere for summertime. It's family night on a Wednesday night in August. Thrilled that you're tuned in. Like I said, it's the third time we've done this, and hopefully you're gathered with your family. Hopefully you're having a good time with your family. Hopefully you've had family time this summer, building lots of memories. Well, we've been talking about, in these premieres, we've been talking about looking at Deuteronomy 31, and we talked about how Moses was challenging the people of God right before they were going to go in and claim that promised land, which is representing the victorious Christian life. So they're about ready to cross the Jordan. They're going to go into the famed promised land. And we are told, we looked at the first part of Deuteronomy chapter 31, that they were to give, we talked about God, their master. Last time we talked about God and music, good godly music. Well, today I want to focus on our greatest ministry, and that is family. Deuteronomy 31 verse 23 says this, "And he gave Joshua the son of Nun a charge, and said, Be strong and of good courage, for thou shalt bring the children of Israel into the land which I swear unto them, and I will be with thee." Family is our greatest ministry. It's so important to make memories when you're a kid. I am standing out in front of the house that I grew up in. My parents built the house behind me when I was in 1980. So I'd been going into first grade in 1981, 801 Mishaway Drive. This tree right here, this first tree right here, we used to climb that when we were kids. Remember one time I climbed it, I fell down, landed right on my back, and I knocked the wind out of me. It's the first time that ever happened. I couldn't breathe. I remember running into that side door right there to tell my mom, as my kids know as Grandma J, wanted to say goodbye before I died because I couldn't breathe. Some of you heard me, I don't know if you can see them, but there's two little street lamp lights in there. One night I was sneaking out to read and pray and have my Bible all alone, maybe not. And I ran into one of those late at night, sneaking out one night. Bunch of different memories. Over here to the right, it's still woods in here, but we used to go around and grab scrap wood from all the houses that were going up in the 80s and built this huge fort, it was amazing. It was a monstrosity until all the leaves came down and we realized it wasn't on our property, and my dad had to take all that down, and I remember he hurt his shoulder. My point is, there's just a lot of memories here. I remember one time we were little kids right here on the side of the driveway. We all must have stepped in a beehive or something, and we all got stung by bees. It was this crazy thing that had happened. Lots of memories. But you know what? I have lots of good memories at this house. And I want to say this. We all have a ministry, or if you don't have a family, one day you're going to have a ministry. And our ministry, in my opinion, is to bring our families along on the journey of knowing God, loving God, serving God, and how about this one? Enjoying God. Parents, I want to just remind us tonight that it's our job to teach and train our kids, not the government, not our church, not our schools. They're all helps, but it is our job. We have been given the task of training up our children in the way that they should go. So my challenge is this: let's never give up pouring our lives into our marriages and into our children. Look, I'll say this. We are making more of a difference than we really think we are. Look, it's not like payday. Like, some people get paid every Friday, some people get paid bi-weekly, some people get paid quarterly or when a certain job is done. So you don't always have the payoff right away as a parent. Right behind me, right in this driveway, I remember I was sitting in my car, and my dad hopped in the car and said, "Son, I want to talk to you." He was talking about a girl that I was hanging around in high school, a girlfriend that I had, and she didn't have a real good name. And my dad really challenged me about who I was and our family name, and really considering some of the decisions I had made. With that said, I remember right then, whatever, Dad. And in my mind, I'm thinking, yes, sir. But in my mind, I'm thinking I'm not going to listen. And he probably thought didn't even make a difference. But here I am at 46 years old, and I still remember that moment with my dad. And I ended up doing what he said. Parents, you might not see the payoff right away, but keep doing the right thing. If we're putting it into their hearts and lives, it's going to come out. It may not come out in a weekly paycheck or bi-weekly paycheck. It may be quarterly or even down the road. If the Lord tarries and we live, let me ask you a question. If the Lord tarries and we live, and our kids one day go to the house where they grew up, what video would they be making? What video are they going to make? They're going to talk about, man, here's where my dad talked to me about the Bible. Here's the room where I got saved. Here's where I gave my heart and life to God. Here's where I enjoyed my family. Here's where I enjoyed my mom and dad and learned the lessons of life. Let's take a moment tonight and let's just remember our greatest ministry, and that is our family. And may God help us as we attempt to enter into our promised land, our victorious Christian life. And may the Lord help us to do three things. May we honor God our Master, may we embrace good music, and may we invest in our greatest ministry, and that is family. I want to challenge you, pour your life into your marriage, pour your life into your children. Let's honor God. Thank you for tuning in. God bless you. I trust that these family evening premieres and these 3 family nights we did were a help and a blessing to you. I love you. We'll see you Sunday.